Good morning, students. Let's continue with the same lesson. In yesterday's lecture, I had completed 8 points. The last point that we had seen was circular or advertisement. Now, today we will start with the ninth point, that is appointment of deposit trustees. Before I start with this, students, we had already seen the concept of debenture trustees. Same is the concept over here of deposit trustee. Who are deposit trustees? Deposit trustees are those people or an institute who protects interest of depositors in case if company fails to pay the deposited money. In case if any of the depositor had invested in form of deposit in one of the company and company after the period gets over or after the tenure is over, if company fails to pay back the deposit of depositor, in that case deposit trustee calls the meeting and files a case on that particular company. Is that clear? Now, there is always a trust deed, that is a contract between the company and the deposit trustee. In that agreement or in that contract, every terms and conditions are been mentioned. This trust deed has to be signed at least 7 days before issuing circular or advertisement. Is that clear? Now, let's move to the 10th point, create charge on asset. If company wants to issue secured deposits, then company will have to keep some of its tangible assets as a charge for deposit. It means company will have to keep some of the tangible assets of company as a mortgage with the depositor. Is that clear? And the value of that particular tangible asset should not be less than the deposit amount. If the deposit amount is 1 lakh, then the tangible asset value should not be less than 1 lakh. Is that clear? Now, let's come to the 11th point, that is deposit insurance. Company should take deposit insurance at least 30 days before issue of circular or advertisement. If the amount of deposit plus interest on it is up to rupees 20,000, insurance is to be taken. If it is less than 20,000, there is no need of insurance. But if the amount of deposit is up to 20,000, which includes interest also, then company should take the deposit insurance. Now, 12th point is obtain credit rating. Here, we had already seen the concept of credit rating. Company has to get credit rating on its deposits and also mention the credit rating in the advertisement or circular. See students, always circular is given to the members of the company, whereas advertisement is given to the public. Is that clear? Now, Now, 13th point, that is open deposit repayment reserve account. Students, if you remembered, we had studied one DRR account. That was debenture redemption reserve account. Same way, students, over here there is deposit repayment reserve account. This is an account which has to be maintained by every company who had issued deposits. This is a safer amount which every company has to keep. Before year ends, that is before 30th April, every company should deposit or should keep 15% of the deposit amount as reserve in this account. 15% of the amount which is to be matured in this year. I'll give you one example. For example, in this year, if company has to pay 50,000 of deposits to XYZ depositor. So 15% of 50,000 has to be maintained in deposit repayment reserve account. Is that clear? This is also one of the rule which company has to follow. Now one more important point they had highlighted. Just see the note. Point 8A and B, point number 10 and point number 13 is not applicable for the private companies who arrange the deposit through their members. These points are applicable only to the public companies or eligible companies or government companies who arrange the deposit from public. Is that clear? Now come to 14th point, deposit receipt. Company has to issue deposit receipt to the depositor within 21 days from the date of receipt of money. If Shalaka had given me the deposit money on, let us take today, if Shalaka had given me the deposit money, so within 21 days I will have to give her deposit receipt. Is that clear? This receipt should be signed by the authorized board of directors, which also mentions the name and address of the depositor, amount of deposit, rate of interest payable and date on which it is to be repayable. Clear? Now let us come to 15th point, register of deposit. A company has to maintain a separate register for deposits. All the details of deposit has to be mentioned in the register within 7 days from the date of issue of deposit receipt. Once the deposit receipt is given to the depositor, immediately company should note it down into the register of the deposit of the company. Clear? Now let us see the 16th point, written on deposit. Company has to file on or before 30th June every year with the register of companies a return of deposit. It is the additional rule, students, that on or before 30th of June every year, company should make entry in the register of deposits about the return of deposit. How much interest has to be paid in that specific year should be mentioned before 30th of June. Is that clear? Now 17th point, that is interest. The maximum rate of interest on deposits depends on the guidelines. See students, guidelines by RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India, mentions the rate of interest which is to be given to the depositors. From time to time it keeps on changing. Okay, so but in case of premature repayment, for example, let us take, if Lakshmi had invested in my company in form of deposits, but before the tenure gets over, let us take, if she had invested for 1 year, but before that only she want to mature it. Before 1 year gets over, she want her money back. So, company can do that by deducting 1% of interest from the rate of interest. Is that clear? And in another case, if maturity is over, let us take the same example. Lakshmi invested in my company for 1 year. 1 year is over, but still my company had not paid her deposit back. In such cases, company will have to give penal rate of interest, that is 18% of the overdue period. Is that clear? Come to the point number 18, right to alter the terms and conditions. See, once the company had given the circular, given the advertisement, accepted the deposit money, trust deed is done, deposit insurance contract is done. Once all these formalities are done, company is not allowed to alter the terms and conditions. Company will have to strictly follow all the terms and conditions. 19th point, disclosure in financial statement. Company has to disclose in its financial statement by way of notes the money received from directors. Of course, once the deposit is received, company will have to mention the amount of deposit in its financial statement. Clear? Now, point number 20, punishment. As per the Companies Act, an officer of the company who is in default for contravention of the provisions of the Act is punishable for fraud. It means if any of the officer of the company had not followed the provisions or had broken the terms and conditions or rules and regulations of the company, he will be punishable as a fraud. Are you all getting this? In Maharashtra, students, the Maharashtra government has passed the Maharashtra Protection of Interest of Depositors Act. There is one separate act for this purpose. Companies in Maharashtra will be punishable for contravening the provisions of the act also. If any of the company in Maharashtra goes against these provisions, they will have to bear a very bad punishment, or they will be declared as a fraud. Are you all getting? Now, I hope you all are clear with all these 20 points. If anyone is not clear with any of the point, please mark it out, or you can make a call to me and clear it. Or whenever we will be having online session, that time we will clear those points. Thank you.